on my computer for an image. And turn on some music and make sure I have a good opening image. Okay, here we go. Here goes nothing.
There it is. I'm going to join.
Oh,
I turned the sound off.
oh, that was some horrible feedback.
I know. How do I turn the sound off?
Oh my goodness. Sorry, everybody. I thought music would be fun, but now I know that on a Google Hangout, it is not fun. It is painful. So thank you. If you just are joining us, I would love it if you would type in your name, your first name, your grade level, or your specialty, and start following each other. Look for people who are in your grade level or in your specialty, and you just want to tap on them when you see them come across the screen and follow them so that we can have some great collaboration going. There's Brooke. Hey, Brooke Brown, gifted and talented. Hi, Christina from Texas, first grade bilingual. That's really cool. Tracy, third grade from North Dakota. Guys, just tap on each other when you see your grade level or someone that has something in common with you that you could collaborate with, even if you don't think you're ready to scope yet. Melanie, kindergarten from Texas, awesome. There's Nikki Hyman. Everybody tap on Nikki Hyman. She is the other host for Teaching News on Periscope, so you don't want to miss out on her scopes. Christy, pre-K from Georgia, awesome, welcome. Teachers from all over the place, love those hearts, yay! That makes me feel better because I know that it's working when I see the hearts, because sometimes I have internet issues that go in and out. Hey, there's Kelly Malloy, fourth grade from Nevada. Hi, Kelly, she was on earlier this week. Kimberly, first grade from Massachusetts. From Boston, first grade. Hi, welcome. Kaylin, a literacy coach in Iowa. That is awesome. Thanks for hopping in. Anybody else? I'll give you a couple more seconds if you want to pop your name in there, your grade level or your specialty. Guys, just tap on each other. Oh, there we have some more Massachusetts in the house. Awesome. There's Becky. Everybody tap on Becky right there, first grade. We are actually doing a Periscope hop tonight. So we are going to hop from this scope over to Nikki's scope to hear both of our gurus tonight. So I am going to flip the camera around. What you're looking at right now is our advertisement. Sorry, I know it's a little bit sketchy looking there, but tonight I have the privilege of interviewing Tasia Fields from Great Minds Teach Alike, and then Nikki is going to interview Becky Wimmer from the class couple. And let me flip this around. Yeah, I always do that scary close up, woo! When I tap it, I don't know why I get so close. So I'm gonna back up so you don't get too scared. So tonight's topic on Teaching News on Periscope is classroom management, and I'm so super psyched because this is the perfect topic for back to school, because we all know probably the most important thing that we're doing at this time of year is setting those routines, establishing consistency with our kiddos, and just getting all of the groundwork laid so that the rest of the year can move much, much more smoothly. So if you don't know me, I am Kelli Alaina. You can find me on, yes, absolutely, Buggy for first. Yeah, it's the most important thing. I mean, if we don't have that in place, then, you know, the learning just doesn't happen when we don't have that management in place. So I'm Kelli Alaina. You can find me at kellialaina.com. You can also find me on TPT as Wise Words by Kelli Alaina. I am all about time-saving tips and strategies. So I'm going to be scoping about strategies and systems you can use to help you save time at home, in your classroom, in your business if you're a teacherpreneur. I also am a little bit of a social media geek. Thank you, Nikki. I'm a social media nerd. I'm just getting started, but I am investing a whole lot of time and research into that. So if you want to hear some scopes on that, I will be doing that. And I love writing instruction. So I'm excited to scope about all the things that I do for writing. So if you're interested in any of that, you can follow me if you're not already following me, if you think that's cool. Tap that little Perry buddy guy in the corner, and then a new screen will pop out, and you can just go ahead and follow me if you're interested in those things. And if not, that's totally cool. But also, while you're at it, you may want to tap the Perry buddy and share this out to your followers. You can do it on Twitter, or you can do it to your Periscope followers. But if you know that the people who follow you would be really interested in some great tips tonight, even if you have been in the classroom for a while, I just always get excited every year about picking up new ideas that I never thought of before. And what I've found is that every year I get better and better and better, because I pick up more and more and more great ideas that I wouldn't have thought of on my own. So if you think there are some followers that you have who might enjoy this scope, they can even pick it up on the replay. So hello, replay viewers. I'm actually like a #1 replay viewer. It's rare that I get a chance to hop on live. So I know how valuable it is to just get on when you have a chance. So hello to the replay viewers. Just to let you know, replay viewers can also actually tap and give hearts. And speaking of the hearts, we're doing a heart contest, which is really exciting. There are 2 things you can do. Yay for replays! Yay, replay queen over here too. Yay, I am also, maybe I'm the replay princess, but yeah, I just, you know, before bed, I zoom through and I see what I'm interested in, and I pop in as a replay viewer. So anyway, the heart contest, 2 options for you. If you would like to be interviewed for Teaching News on Periscope, tap those hearts, because our top heart people this week will get to choose whether they would like to be interviewed or if they would like to choose a free product from one of our interview experts. So tap away. Don't be afraid to tap. If you don't want to be interviewed, that is totally cool. But we are also, our experts have been so gracious to donate some of their best products. So without further ado, let's take a look. I have Tasia Fields on Google Hangouts, so it's not going to be the very best clear screen, but you should be able to hear her nice and clear, and you should be able to see her pretty well. So she is Great Minds Teach Alike throughout social media. She's really big on Instagram, and she's great with classroom management. I found her because she is a pro at Class Dojo. Give some thumbs up or some happies, happy faces, or yay, or whatever. If you use Class Dojo, if you're a fan of Class Dojo, or if you even like know what I'm talking about with Class Dojo, go ahead and show us some comments. All right, we have some people who are familiar and enjoy Class Dojo. And if you don't, this is a great opportunity to learn about it, because like I said, she's a pro. I'm also a huge fan. I started probably, I don't know, probably in the very beginning stages of when it started to first come out. And I have to tell you, it was something that I implemented right away and found an immediate positive impact. And things just got a lot easier for me as a teacher. That plus whole brain teaching. Thumbs up and hearts and smiley faces out there if you are a whole brain teaching addict. So those are my 2 big things that I love to use in my classroom. So I can't wait to hear from Tasia what she loves about Class Dojo. So we are gonna flip it back to her and hear from the expert. All right, Tasia, give me just a second. Oh, there are the websites for Nikki and I, if you want to find us online. And here is Tasia.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you great, but I would love to see some thumbs up from our audience. If you want to start talking, everybody give some thumbs up if we can hear Tasia okay.
Can you guys hear me okay? So like she said, I'm Tasia from Great Minds Teach Alike. You can connect with me on all avenues of social media, and I'm in the Periscope also, so you can follow me there. and I just entered my blog, so you can check me out there. Like she said, she did find me doing Class Dojo posts. I am an ambassador for Class Dojo, so I have used it for a few years, and I stay on top of things as far as when they have new features, and I do a regular blog post on their new features, so you can find out more about Class Dojo on my blog. But most specifically, I'm here to tell you guys to talk about classroom management. That is a huge, huge thing when it comes to teaching. And we all know at the beginning of the year, what we do now really sets the tone for how our year is going to be. So I'm going to share with you, I know everyone is doing 10 tips, so I'm going to give you my top 5 tips for when it comes to classroom management, and then I'm going to give you 5 more tips for being successful with Class Dojo, okay? So here we go. All right, classroom management. The first thing that you need to do is have a system in place, okay? It needs to be some type of model, your plan for running your classroom, okay? And when you do that, you want to have it written down, maybe in a flip chart, maybe just a letter, something explaining to parents what to expect in your classroom. When you're doing this, this is my second tip, don't make any assumptions. Don't assume that your students will come in knowing how to do anything, even though they should. They should come in knowing how to line up. They should come in knowing how to raise their hand, but they sometimes forget over the summer. So don't make any assumptions. Include everything and anything you can possibly think of in your classroom management plan. Create those routines, create those protocols, those procedures for what you want to do. And that is step 3. Be clear about those procedures and protocols, those routines, whatever it is you want to do. Model it with your students. Have them line up and practice it. Have them put things away exactly like you want it. And you may need to go over this the first week or 2 of school, but if you really spend time getting this classroom management together at the beginning, I promise you, your life will be so much easier throughout the year. I'm also one of the head mentors in my district. I teach in a very large district, like the 3rd largest district in the state. So I actually just got through doing a classroom management presentation with first-year teachers, and I've seen it. If you lack on this in the beginning, by January, you're pulling your hair out. And we don't want to do that, because as teachers, we need great teachers and we want to keep them. So make sure you do what you're supposed to do in the beginning. Okay, I got off on a tangent.
You're good. Keep preaching.
Okay, step 4, be consistent, okay? Keep up with whatever you say you're doing. And I know sometimes even me, we're guilty of it. We'll just, well, it's okay this time. They are watching you. And if you let it slide once, they're going to keep it going. So be consistent. If you say, this is not how we're doing this, I want you to go around that way, no shortcuts. Make them go around the long way, whatever it is, be consistent. And step 5 is follow through with that. If for whatever reason you say that you got 3 strikes and you're out of here, I'm sorry. I know we hate being mean, but they're out of here.
Yes.
That's one. It's easier said than done. I mean, we love the children, and you just feel so bad, especially when they start crying. But trust me, it's a plan to get you, and don't let them get you. Be consistent, okay? If you say it, do it, and mean what you say. All right, so just to recap for classroom management, step 1, have a system and plan. Step 2, don't make any assumptions. Step 3, practice those routines and procedures. And step 4 is be consistent. And step 5 is follow through with that. Okay, you guys got it?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you guys have any questions or I'm going too fast, you can go ahead and type them in the Periscope. I'm still there. Now I'm going to talk about Dojo, okay? So here are 5 tips for using Dojo and having it work successfully in your classroom. The first...
Can I interrupt for a second? Mm-hmm. For anyone who might not have heard of Class Dojo, can you give a quick summary of what it is?
Okay, Class Dojo is a digital point system, and it is used to monitor and record student behavior. So you give them points for their behavior, so to speak. The great thing about it is you can customize those behaviors. So for example, you can give a point for turning in homework or a point for raising their hand and not shouting out. You can weigh those points. You can have something be worth 10 points if you'd like. And you can do needs work is their negative point. So they get a negative point if they're not following directions or are off task, things like that. And you can customize those also. So that's pretty much what Class Dojo is. And in today's day and age, we all use data to drive our instruction. So Class Dojo is really great because it gives you that raw data that you need. It really comes in handy during conferences when you're saying that your child is rotten. Now you have something to pull out to prove that. I know no one is saying that, but you know what I mean. You get raw data to support whatever is going on in the classroom. So it's a really good tool to provide data with, and it's, like I said, you can customize it and use it to meet the needs of your students. So step one for being successful with using Class Dojo is to get everyone on board, not only parents. The best way to get parents to sign on to Class Dojo would be to show them this during your meet and greet, during your open house, during your conferences. Get them to sign off on the form right then and there, and show them how to download the app, get them on board right away. And not only parents, you want to incorporate the other teachers in your building, those encore teachers. I'm talking about your PE teachers, your art teachers, your music teachers. You guys can now link them to your class. So for example, I can share my class with my PE teacher, and he can go in and customize points for his class, give points to my students, and communicate with parents as well. So that's major. So not only is your behavior management system in place in your classroom, but when they leave you, that teacher can also reinforce what you've been doing in your classroom. So that's a big one. Get everybody on board with it so you can be successful with it. Step two would be to create a display board. Students really buy into visual things and anything you can use to motivate them. This year, I'm going to have a whole bulletin board dedicated to Dojo. I think I'm going to call it our Dojo swag. And I'm going to set up different point systems, different groups. So there's going to be a hundreds club. I think it'll go all the way up to 500 points. And I'm going to call it like the high rollers or something, whatever, kids love that stuff. And I'm going to make this big deal. And they're really going to enjoy seeing where they are and where they classify themselves at and how they've grown. And so that's a great display in your classroom. If your district is using the Danielson model, all of these things can go into your binder to show classroom management and things that you're doing in the classroom. Step three would be to connect it with your school or your district initiative. Whatever you're using, if your building is doing like PBIS, or if they have like school money system and a school store, even if you're using a clip chart, there are ways that you can incorporate Dojo into those tools. A lot of times people feel like, oh, well, that seems like it's something else. Add it to, like with your clip chart, they can gain or take away points if you wanted to for moving up or moving down. My school is doing money this year, so I'm going to include, if you get so many points, you get this many bucks. Try to incorporate it with whatever you're doing, okay? And it's not hard to do that. Can it be weekly instead? I saw a question pop up. Absolutely. You can change the points as much as you want to. You can leave them all year. You can switch them out weekly, monthly, every day if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. And what was I on? Step four, use it regularly. Just like with overall classroom management, be consistent. You want to be consistent with using Class Dojo. You really want to constantly give points, take away points. Even if you don't have it displayed on the big screen, I know that's an issue for people. Just having it on your laptop or on your phone even, so they can hear the ding and the donk when you lose a point, works wonderful. It really does. So use it regularly. You want to use it a whole lot in the beginning of the year and then slowly scale back on how many points you're giving out. That brings me right into the final tip, which is to switch it up. Reevaluate your point system and customize it to fit the needs of your students. Hopefully by January, you no longer need to reward someone for staying in their seat. Hopefully they figure that out. So maybe you can move it a little bit deeper to something like, oh, I'm going to, instead of 1 point, I'm going to give you 2 points for engaging with your group during group time. Do you understand how this can really help bring up your teaching and learning and support whatever you're doing in the classroom? So I encourage you to try Class Dojo out and really make it your own. That's what it's all about. Not so much the giving and taking away points, but how you can truly use this as a tool to better your teaching and learning environment. So just to recap for Dojo, step 1 was get everyone on board, parents, teachers, even your principal if you want to. Step 2, create some type of Dojo display. Step 3, connect it with your district or school initiative. And Step 4, use it regularly. And step 5, switch up your points. Go ahead and go in there and switch things out. And thank you. That's it.
Awesome. You rocked it. Those were the best tips. Absolutely. I would have to agree. So you know your stuff. Let's show Tasia a little bit of love. If you want to go into your emojis and emoji it up, happy faces, thumbs up, applause hands, praise hands, whatever you got, bring out your emojis for Tasia. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will let you go. Maybe you can get to bed early tonight on a Friday night and get some extra sleep. Oh, here come the emojis. Yay, party symbols. So hopefully you guys learned something new about Class Dojo. If you haven't used it yet, or maybe you have been using it and you got some great ideas, I'd love everyone to tap on Nikki Hyman right now, because we're going to hop over to her next. And also, Tasia, could you pop a comment in so that we can give you some new followers, some people who would be interested in some scopes from you? And everybody tap on Becky, the class couple right now. Becky, you might want to do one more comment so people can follow you as well, because she is up next. And Tasia, do you want to tell us anything? There you go. Great minds teach. Go ahead and tap on her. Tasia, anything that you like to scope about, or some ideas that you might be sharing in the future?
I do demo scopes on Class Dojo and how to set up, especially when they come out with their new features, how to show you how to use those. I'm planning on, I write about pretty much anything to do with education. So whenever I get inspired or think about joining on something, I will scope. I definitely have flipped the camera a few times. I think the last scope I did was at a meetup just a few weeks ago. I'm going to be doing a scope on getting ready for back to school. School hasn't officially started for me, but I have, in my Teachers Pay Teachers store, I sell mostly like back to school stuff. So I'm going to kind of do a scope about all of that. So yeah, check it out. Follow me. Thank you. This has been fun.
Perfect.
I hope it was, it was beneficial to everyone.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you joined us. Thank you. So we will say good night. Bye-bye. And I will tap it around. All right, there you go again. Ah! Crazy close-up face. Oh, and then I tapped too many times. Tap, tap. There we go. Ah, crazy close-up. What am I doing? It's like going back and forth, back and forth. Did I get it that time? Nope. Okay. Maybe it's like a Periscope error tonight. All right. So we're just looking at Tasia. Sorry, Tasia. I tried to flip it around.
It's okay.
I have no idea. Maybe it's my phone. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. And I made an announcement last night, but I just want to repeat it. If you are interested in seeing Deanna Jump and Erica Borer, please come back on Monday. They are going to give their top 10 tips for ELA for back to school. So hope to see you guys on Monday. Sorry that I can't officially wave. I'll try one more time. Double tap.
I'll wave for you.
So thank you. She's waiting for me. That was really weird that didn't work. But anyway, everybody hop over to Nikki. Have a great night. Thank you again, Tasia, and hope to see you guys again soon. And thank you, replay viewers. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. I've never had that happen before. It was really weird. It was double tap, and then I would see my face for a second, and then it would go back to you. Is that what it looked like to you on your phone?
Well, on the phone, it would flip, but it would be a black screen, and then it would just pop back up to me.
Oh, so really? Okay.
Time or something.
Okay, so it was like in the middle of a flip,
right? And
then. Right. I wonder if it was Periscope or if it was just like, I don't know how to double tap. I don't know.
I hope I didn't talk too fast, but I know we kind of went over. Did we go over time?
Hey, it's okay. I mean, I think we got started a little late, so I think it's cool. I felt like you were your pace was really good. Like you weren't dull and boring and making anybody fall asleep. Like you were just on it. So that was good. Yeah, and I love all of your tips. And I love that you can weight the points now.
Yeah.
That's a new feature for this year, right?
Well, it was added sometime last year, but it wasn't like a big up to do because I like stumbled across upon it. But yeah,
Okay.
you can weight the points. You can just go in and change them and make them worth more, which is really great, you know?
That is cool because, yeah, I went out on maternity leave in April and I hadn't heard anything about it. And then I was back at school today and my partner was talking about like, well, we should weight this many points. And I was like, what? That's awesome. I love how they just keep adding, you know, like more features and it keeps getting
They
better
get a
and
lot
better.
of feedback from people saying, oh, it would be great if you guys would add this, and then they do it, so.
Yeah, no, that is cool. Well, I really appreciate you joining us.
No problem.
I hope that you gained some new followers.
Oh, I'm sure I did. It was fun. I thank you so much for thinking of me. And anytime you want me to talk about something, I'm open.
That's cool. Yeah, I would love to connect again sometime for sure. So have a great weekend. Good luck with your start to your school week, or not your school week, your school year. Rest up.
You too. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.